Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. So, we are on Thursday. Today, the S&P 500 futures roll over. Here's our charts. We had a pretty wild down day yesterday. Over here. Over here. Okay, had a pretty strong down day yesterday. They're coming back up pretty strongly here. I'm wondering, is there some news or something? Because that's kind of weird. Stocks turn positive as ECB announces new funding to help European banks. Oh, okay. That appears to have affected the treasuries as well here. Treasuries moving up as money moves from Europe to the United States, I think. That's what it looks like. Pretty settled low, not super strong volume on it yet. Okay, well, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. This could continue, though. I mean, we're staying above yesterday's levels pretty well. I think that there is plenty of room for more upside if they decide to do so. All right. Well, let's grab us some links. And always get the NADEX advertisement every time. All right. There we go. There's that. And pull up the calendar. So we got here in 10 minutes, U.S. initial jobless claims, Canadian building permits, U.S. labor costs, U.S. productivity, and the ECB's press conference. Curious. And what are the people talking about in here? Oh, they posted talking about a link. Mr. Rotter. Yes. Seen that before, I think. Okay, well, they are. I guess we're going to buy that. Because it looks like they want to test that high. Maybe. And it's raining outside. Can you hear that? Good morning. A little lighter today. Yeah, much lighter today. Oh, you know what? We need to change it back to there. Oh, okay. Cool beans. Close that. Here is the YouTube link for the ECB press conference. Pull that over here. Oh no, I want it to be small. There we go. Thank you. Okay. So there's that. New TLTRO, yes. Well, they're showing that they could potentially break out through the top, but there are people taking some aggressive profits or maybe even going short. Yep. In fact, they're already looking weak. At 9. Not exactly confidence inspiring there. The big bid at 085 completely pulling. There we go. New day, new day. Well, sucks to take one this fast, but you know that momentum should have continued straight through, and so this trade didn't work out, and I'm just seeing if they're going to give me a better exit, but I think I might have to take -2. Yeah. So I don't want to be having a position going into the news. Yeah, there they take another tick. So I'm glad I did that. Hmm. Somebody commenting that they got live data for drawdown and fees is fully live with Rhythmic Trader. I think that's changed a little bit, maybe. Down tick again. Hmm. Okay. Well. Okay, here's the news coming through. Oh, I didn't have my squawk on, so I didn't hear what the numbers were. Okay, jobless claims. 223 versus 225. Non-farm productivity 1.9 versus 1.5. Okay. So actually some okay numbers. It's interesting that they moved up into the news and then they're going to be coming back down, I think. Oh, I guess you guys probably can't hear the there we go. Okay, so they're stepping up. Okay. See if he gives us a spot here. They are going through prices on low volume. It seems like that they were kind of wiggling it around, huh? Playing those games. So taking that trade ahead of it was probably a bad idea. Now that they pushed higher, maybe we could take 09 half. No. My eyes water a lot with the. I always have a. Hmm. Nah, man. Not gonna give me another chance on that one, huh? Oh, Teltro. Elf. I'm lagging. What do you mean by that? Oh, I did miss a few frames. I'm sorry. Rendering lag. Must be because of all the sound, maybe. Watch this. Oh, you be lagging. The Ultra Bond. I see. I lost 130 frames, so that's not shouldn't happen. It's sizable moderation. Ah. Hmm. No Phil. I think that they're really ranging here, like here between these two ticks. I don't think that they're gonna go for the hike just yet. I think that he would need to say something to push him to a new high. When they're doing these press conferences, it's always kind of a flaky trade. You really got to get the right price. Still blown away that they've kept their interest rate at zero for like 10 years. The ECB really is pumping out the money, isn't it? So you see that? You get 2 ticks there. Yeah. I think Lucas is laughing because it ticked back up there. Underlying inflation remains muted. Yes, the ECB press conference. And the thing is, the way that the Euro news affects the treasuries over here is a little complicated, and so it can be a really confusing trade, I think, compared to like um when we're doing the treasury or the Federal Reserve one. So my eye is still watering. It must be getting spring, I guess. Ugh. Feels bad not getting to fill 832 in line. I'm not crying, but watching that makes me want to cry. uh, Seeing that down there, 4 ticks away, didn't get filled. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, stop, stop. That was my trade, and I missed it, man. I should have just hit into it at 10. Now maybe I could get 10 half, but well, I agree with Huzi that you don't necessarily want to buy up at the high. Look at the 5 year though. The 5 year just went straight up. Fuck. Yeah. Well, I think that they know that they want to push it up, but because it's news, they can shuffle it around a lot on you. So if I had taken it, maybe I could take 12 right now. Selling at 12 rather. Yeah, this sucks, man. It's funny, as soon as alligator says, but maybe a pullback here, and then they hit into 12 half. Pretty strong there. Ugh. I'm certainly resisting the urge to FOMO into ZV. So you know that as soon as we decide to buy it, that's when they flip it. He's like, "Oh, Seth, you're still skeptical, huh? I guess I'll make it push it up another tick." Ugh. Good morning, Cashalicious. Good luck with that one. What's IQ posting here? Yeah. Keep in mind that the YouTube feed seems to be delayed by about 10 seconds. Maybe not 10 seconds, but like 5 seconds. So then you're getting it through me. You're probably delayed like a good 10 seconds. So the euro doesn't look like it likes what the man is saying. Wow. Clearly, yeah. The currencies are going to come down and the treasuries are going to move up because that is easy money, and that decreases the value of, because they're basically printing money. The thing that is curious about it is that people expected there to be a Teltro 3. There was news yesterday about the Teltro 3 that moved us up, and now we have the official announcement and it's moving up. Hard to know when this move is like correctly priced in, you know? They could be pushing it up here, and then as soon as he's done talking, like, just slam it back down. You know, it just seems a little fishy like that. Pretty steady buying though in all of the instruments, especially ZB, but knob continues to steepen too. If this comes back at all, it would be a really good, probably would be a good uh, spread trade in the knob. See that? There. If it comes back at all, I think it could go up to this resistance here. A structure. This news completely screwed my intentions to trade during the first half an hour from the open. I'm just so pissed that I missed this trade, man. 832. Oh, those birds. Good grief. They might be turning it around here at 12 half. You're seeing a little bit more selling by the big lots at 12 half. They better turn those lights off so those birds shut up. Then move up in the 5-year. Good grief. This might never come back. That might have been all you get. One tick down in the 10-year. I don't know why my birds are so loud today. I'm sorry. It's really bothering me, though, so I'm going to keep myself muted. Bird finally calmed down. Not sure what their deal was. I guess they didn't like being woken up early by my wife. I'm a little skeptical about that. The thing is that they're always going to say, it's external things, it's this problem and this problem, that's why things are weak. And it's been like that for 10 years now in the euro, right? At what point do we say, we have some structural problems in the euro area? Hmm. That was funny. I'm not sure if it was one. It probably wasn't one of you. They would say something so foolish. Hmm. This move's starting to look a little overdone. I think you need to see some sort of a pullback. Hmm. Are you getting some good downticks now? I'm not seeing as much selling as I want at 12 and a half, but hey, good morning, Yoda. Okay. So there was more selling on that one. Yeah. Okay. It's gone back and forth here a lot. He loves listening to himself. It usually takes about an hour. It seems to me like they try and finish it up before the E-mini gets going. So let's see, they're actually stacking at 12.5 now, in spite of the selling. Lots of little orders hitting into that 13. That might have been a lure. Yeah. We don't have his voice. Oh, I like the way he talks. Stronger bids and offers overall, yeah. You see this um right here. Very, very blue. It's a little bit too strong, frankly. The stuttering there is just like the voice of a person that knows that what he's saying is probably dumb. But I think always a good question. Hmm. So that was an interesting comment. Can you imagine the Federal Reserve Chairman saying something like that in a press conference using an elaborate um, visual explanation like that? Hmm. Hey, that was a much stronger stack at 12.5, and they're continuing to sell 12.5. You can't hear it? You should be able to hear it. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear it through here. You can't hear him? Nope. That's interesting. I guess it's because I have this monitor only. Yeah, it is. Well, maybe I should keep it that way. Okay, I see. Hmm. I would need to change a few settings here to make it so that you could hear them. I would need to open up my audio thing, a little audio router, and route that one to a different sound card. Hmm. Okay, so there was some extended selling there, and they did push at 12, but now it's back. Then there was a little bit of buying at 12. Man, that's crazy that that was all the pullback that they gave before going for a new high. Man. Hmm. They are selling it at 13.5. I don't know. Jeez. Hmm. That was his name? What the heck? That was a. That reporter just said his name, and it was like I had no clue what he just said. It would just sounded like gibberish. Hmm. Okay. A little trickle of selling there at 13. Alligator says that the the euro, the bund, and the treasuries aren't acting the same. The EU bonds don't want to push up so much. They're not as strong. Did he just call him Miss Draghi? I think he said Mister so fast that it came out as Miss Draghi. 2,000 of that 2,850 that sold into 13 was one order. Okay. They don't know. Hmm. Okay. But political decisions. Hmm. Hmm. Well, we're back to 12.5 with the support. I'm wondering if it's going to fail this time. The E-mini not looking very happy, and that ticked us up. Some good absorption and back ticking there. Well, nothing ticking into 13, but somebody clearly taking profits there. Do you trade Chief Maelstrom says EU would like to see cars and auto parts in negotiations with US adds that she has not been given any details on US Auto's 232 recommendation. That's a straightforward question. Okay. Hmm. I don't think that he likes the whole trade war thing. I bet you if you asked him off the record, he would say that it's all dumb. Hmm. Yeah. Might shoot for new highs or trade down to 12. 12 in ZN, you mean? There's definitely something about 13.5. No signal. Oh no. You see that? Somebody needs to wiggle a cord. Okay. All right, that's the end of that. Now they're absorbing at 13. Okay, so it looks like they're not trading super thick the new contract in the E-mini. I was wondering if it would get a little bit thicker on when the market opened, but it's still pretty. Yeah, he's done now. That ended pretty quickly. So it was like I said, when the equity markets get going, they cut him off. Like his handlers are like, all right, we need to get going. Okay. So I am seeing a little bit of an inverse correlation. Equities aren't moving a ton though on the open. That's interesting. They even started cutting the signal. Ah. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was with that, but that was kind of bizarre. Hmm. Well, I saw the absorption there at 13 and I thought maybe it would hold, but maybe not. They are stacking a little bit more at 14 than they were before. There's maybe still some concern about the mini selling. The dollar is strong. Hello? Hmm? Hello? Um. So yeah, see that E-mini's not. Okay. So it took them a little bit to keep that sold at 13. Hmm. Ooh. Strong bid there that time. Well, the E-mini's not stopping there. Tick up, not as not. It's building though. Fairly weak, but it is building. There's no support in Europe for a full trade negotiation with the US. What? And they don't seem to like that. Yeah. The 5-year seems to be really getting the pressure too. Hmm. So what's going to happen to these sevens here at 14, half, and 15? Hmm. A lot of distribution at 14 there. Hmm. Yeah, that E-mini is not happy at all. My, oh my. I don't know. It's not necessarily showing me super strong changes in cumulative delta. Let's do that and fix it. All right. Notice that I'm not even getting filled at 13 half. Crazy moves, eh? Yeah. Well, you see my order down here at 09 half. So I took one at 09 half. And they moved it against me 2 ticks, and so I got out. And then it got back up there, and so I put it in again. And they didn't fill me, and then they moved up really fast. So yeah, I'm pretty sour today. I'm pretty sour because this is really not cooperating with me. Okay, so they just bought 4,000 and bid 4,000. There was 7K on the offer at one point. So not all of that traded. Some of it pulled. About 3,000 of that was fake. So are they going to do it at 15? It's stacking at 6 at 14 is a lot. That might be an indication of a short-term top, though. ZB is coming back on it, too. In cumulative delta, they're selling it. Look at the E-mini is trading some big numbers, too. Okay, now they've built 2,500. Thomas Higg is going long in the ES at 2760. If he can get it. Oh, you might be on a different contract. But what is it? It might be different in the other contract, huh? Yeah, the E-mini is going to be weird today because of the rollover and everything, right? Strange would be logical to close along there. 15 is thick. Maybe they're repricing the target. Well, it's curious that they took out 14.5 so easily, and they're not quite willing yet to stack a lot at 14.5 to take out 15. But you could see a stop run here on the high. I mean, I don't see why after all of that they wouldn't try and hit it, you know? Well, they were almost bidding 3 there for a second. Yeah, now they're bidding 37. And the E-mini is still ticking down. Okay, so there was another run in the E-mini down. Okay, somebody just blocked sold at 14.5 and it held. Ugh. So we're well below yesterday's levels in the E-mini, and we've got 27, 68.75. E-mini could move a lot further. $6K at 14.5. So that's a level break setup if there ever was one. Let's see if they hit 15. I would be surprised if they didn't hit 15 and get some stops. I think some big orders are eventually going to come in and hit it. We just need the 5-year to tick up 24/7 again. Look at that, 4K. Okay, there's some pulling at 15. It was 8 at one point, and now it's 57. Okay. Bids are taking block sales like nothing up here. Damn. Yeah. Well, so did you see they did eventually take the 15? It took 5K to trade it up, but they did buy it. There was a 2,000 order in there. But then when that happened, somebody immediately took profits on it. The way that it ticked up there, it makes it a little bit uncertain which way we'll go, but the bids are so thick that I'm not so sure that. Okay, well, they took 14 half offer. Hmm. They traded up there, traded back down, and you're getting big offers at 15 again. Now you have to be careful with the long. I think you're right. Well, I don't like the way that that happened at 15 because they definitely pulled a level break, but they did not get stops on it. Sometimes that means that they can continue pushing. But the way that, like they ticked up and then somebody took profits at 15 and that was like the end of it was a little bit like the first kind of sign to me that maybe things aren't quite as great as they seem. It doesn't mean it's over. I mean, the E-mini still just looks incredibly bearish. I think they're pushing the lows with barely any resistance at all. So there was some buying to take it back up, and then they completely dashed it in like one little sweep. Yeah, there's a new low right there. It's still going. Yeah. Should have been more careful earlier, frankly. So that last one didn't really need to happen. Hmm. See, they're kind of cautious about it, but then when they show it, they gobble it up really quickly. Like 15 half pulling. Yeah. For a short moment. Hmm. 4K into 15 half now. That volume looked a little panicky. Major ES level here. Yeah, I'm just looking at this chart over here. Like I have to look at my daily chart to be able to see back far enough, and you got like 2752, 2748, 2734. Yeah, like it's a long way down there. Okay, so that was some stops there at 16. That was some stops there at 16. That 1600 at it was 1744 at 16, traded almost immediately on the uptick. I'm not saying it will lead to a bounce, likely to drop more initially at least. Hmm. The treasuries are so thick. They're trading six at almost every price. So like as much absorption as you're seeing on the offer, it could continue to keep going. Especially as long as the E-mini keeps going down. Well, curiously, not very much hitting back into 15 half. In treasuries, what kind of levels am I looking at here? Oh, we're beyond that. So I have to look at 19 maybe. Hmm. Okay. It's getting weak at 16 too easily. Yeah, 1500 traded into it if they absorbed it. Hmm. Level 2 thinking around a lot here. Oh, cool. That really filled. I don't know if that would really be filled. Oh, okay, maybe now. Enough is enough. We could hit 2690. Who says it can't go even further, obviously, or we just turn on a dime right here instead, looking like exhaustion. GBL trying to pull back to previous high of year. So I definitely saw a turn into at 16.5. I don't know if it's done yet. I'm a little unsure. So here's the level I'm looking at. Okay, so that's a 10K at 16. See, they make it go bid again pretty easily. I don't know, guys. This is one of those ones where it's really hard. S&P 500 falls below 200-day moving average. This is one of those ones that I think that there's reason to be careful, like Swisso was saying. But this is also the sort of thing that can keep going and keep going and keep going. So it's like you just kind of have to be on your toes because there's no way to really know for sure. I think that getting 16.5 was good. I think that's what I was really should have been going for, so that's cool. I feel like I made a couple of dumb mistakes today. Like that -2 right there was bad, and that first -2 was bad. And obviously I could have been in at 9.5. I mean, it could have been a really freaking great day, right? If it wasn't for the missed trade. Are buyers not understanding the concept of absorption? Well, here's the thing. When you're bidding 7K at almost every level below us, right? Those aren't all just spoofs. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's spoofs, but you don't just all of a sudden see 2K more at every level. Literally every level on one day, and it's just, a fluke sort of a thing, right? There are people out there, they really, really want to buy this. I think that Euro investors are fleeing the Eurozone because they continue to be extremely, extremely dovish. So you got all these people leaving the Euro, coming over to the US, but then they come over to the US and the US equities are not happy either. US equities probably need to come back down to around 2,700 and if not 2,600 and test that area. So where else can that money go? Right here. That's where they're all going. So if you see absorption and it's like 6K, it might not mean anything. Was just hoping for this to stop eventually and longs liquidate and the market fall 5 ticks at least to die out, but nope. Yeah. This is why I tend to do really well in this kind of action, because I prefer to see the continuation, and anytime that you see a continuation signal, it ends up working out. What just happened at 16.5 would yield 5 ticks at least in any other day. Well, I mean, the thing is that I don't think that when you talk about the amount of liquidity versus the amount that traded there, what actually happened there was kind of just like if 2000 had traded there any other day. So it wasn't really a big deal. Now, the one thing that was a big deal was there was 10K at 16, I think? It was 16, right? I don't have anything to see. Because that was all done with small orders. I think it was 10K at 16. That's a continuation signal, actually. Because why would somebody be buying that much at the highs? So somebody desperately wants to buy it. You may yet again see as this one it's a little bit more uncertain, but I think you might see another stop run higher. Oh, there you go. They're ticking up to 17. So in this kind of action, I would not be looking for a short now. I don't think I should have been looking for a short when I got the 13, but I thought we were just ranging, So that one is kind of like, okay, you can take a short and maybe you can get a tick out of it, but you got to be able to be really, really fast. And obviously I'm not that fast. So that was a pretty foolish trade. But I would continue going long until I see a crescendo stop run, which means that they're going to hit a level. They're going to all at once take like 3 prices. Yeah, the E-mini, it just looks like it's going to go down for another step, doesn't it? Insane selling in the E-mini. I'm curious though. So if we're going to go back to 2600 area. We're going to go back to the 2600 area. Did I cancel my order at 09? I should make sure I've got everything like... Okay. So I'm curious if we get to 2600, do people continue to panic? So I would think that would be a really good buy location, 2600 on the E-mini, but if we continue to see the same global forces, particularly the trade, they could go down for another leg. And if they go back to that, like that 2300 again, like, ooh, that would be so bad. So bad that could be so bad. Market moves 20 ticks and you take only one. Well, I'm super pissed, guys, that I did not get filled at 09.5. So after all of that, I took 3 ticks out of it. Very disappointing. It could be worse. It's better that I'm not, down. Obviously, I had all of these sell orders in here that I shouldn't have taken. This should have been a big profit, but, to have finally caught one. Sure. Wish I had bought at 12.5 too. That would have been a little bit better. But Bitcoin is moving back up again. Nah, Bitcoin, they are really fighting back and forth there in Bitcoin. I think you could see in Bitcoin, maybe this time they sell it. And it just finally follows through. But I think that another possibility is that you see another strong push up. Maybe they get that 4,300 level, but it would be a head fake. Maybe you get a head. I think it might be slightly more likely to get a head fake in the short can become fast in ZN. So you think it's going to go short here, huh? I don't know. All I can say is that when I have been in action like this, it becomes extremely unwise to take any kind of short unless there was a crescendo stop run event. And you'll know it. Trust me. If you haven't seen the stop run, I mean, we haven't seen one in a couple of months. But when you see the stop run, you'll know. It'll just be like super crazy buying for a moment. Several prices up. Take that short. Just, it's going to be super scary. Just fucking click it. Not yet, huh? He doesn't think that it's going to go down quite yet. I am not... I would not be surprised if they do get to 19. I mean, that's basically... 19 is basically single prints. So, if we're going to be retracing that whole thing, yeah, they could totally get up there. And maybe even past the high of the year. That would be crazy. Ticks up super strong. Like they could keep going. The E-mini is kind of like just ranging back and forth here. And when it did this yesterday, remember yesterday when we were like, the E-mini seems awfully quiet for where it is. And it ended up just, man, really getting killed. 2750s. I'm just reading what Cashalicious is saying in the Discord room. Get a hurt on those longs. For me, it is too weak of a level to go to a mean revision where we are now. Guess it's not to be. It looks as if support holds here at 2754. Yeah, I don't know. The problem with it, this looks a lot like the start. Well, obviously the selling here is much stronger than yesterday, right out of the gate. But yesterday, it looked kind of weak, and then it kind of, held for a second, and it kind of went sideways a little bit, and it seemed awfully quiet, and then it just whoomp, and then they really started selling it. Yeah. I wonder if they really are going to go to 2600 in E-minis. It might not take very long to get there. I think if I was swing trading and I had been able to catch taking it yesterday, you could probably take that and hold it till 2600. Wow, look at that. There's a block buy at 17. You might be able to buy that. 17. Dump incoming. You think that the E-mini is gonna dump? Well, if you could get 16.5, I don't think that it will I don't think that it's gonna fill it. But I should be able to at least get one. Yeah, I think you guys might be right there. Like if I take a short at 27.54. So there was a pretty strong bid there at 16F. It pulled. Looking topish, yeah. Well, that sell at 16.5 was a little bit overly dramatic. Seems to me like somebody trying to make a big noise. When they get really loud, that often means they're nervous. And that was like a, you all need to pay attention. Hearing something about Brexit negotiatings. Negotiatings. Brexit negotiatings. Continued today, blah, blah, blah. PMA having a meeting before vote next Tuesday, potentially. Dum-bum-bum. Man, what are they doing out there? Like crushing ice or something? Good grief, kids. I guess that means that it's probably close to time for me to get going and make sure that they're getting ready. Come on. It's getting a little weaker there at 16.5. I thought so. I thought you would. Nope. Not holding though. Well, there hasn't been a whole lot buying at 17, but that's a pretty good looking bid. Now, Seth, good luck, huh? Now you think that maybe it's done, huh? I don't know. I think that the E-mini probably still has another run in it, if not more. Okay, good deal. Oh, you were long, you want my money? I only wanted the one tick. I don't know about 17 half. I mean, you might be right. I'd have to say I don't think that Swisso is a dumb trader. I've never seen his results, but I do think that he has had a knack at times to catch big changes before they happen. And he's said that. But I personally cannot take a short in this game. My strategy says you can't short this. Or if you are shorting it, that you're not taking more than like 3 ticks. Like all this shorting up here earlier that I said I shouldn't have done, like this one right here at 13. I think I was only looking for 1 or 2 ticks on that one, right? 12 and a half. Again, I was only looking for like 1 or 2 ticks. That was a long. That one pisses me off so much. God. 09 half to 12. So it was 6 ticks. 6 ticks I missed out on that they stopped me out on. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not trusting shorts until they trade 15 half and see how it trades. Yeah. Well, this is where I'm saying, like, so when I took the long, just to be clear, it was because 17 was looking really balanced. And I knew that a lot of volume had traded at 16 half. So I knew that there was a good chance that I could get filled there. And that if I could get filled there, I might get 17. Oof. Okay, that was ugly. So kind of looked like more stops there at 18. 1063. 1063 a lot hits 18. We may yet see 19. Interesting that I could have gotten 2 ticks out of that. But I only saw that there was the range and I'm not too sure about it going further, so I only took that. I hope that you didn't just get stopped out there, Swiss. Oh god. Oh my gosh. It's going to blow everything down, but it's quiet. They did their business. Okay. This might be the short, actually. So there's 19. Well, you probably get a pullback there, but I'm not sure that was the crescendo that I was looking for. Well, you know what? If I sit here, I'm just gonna want to keep looking at it. Tell me you didn't get stopped out there, dude. That would make me very sad. Just like, even if you did, just say, no, I didn't get stopped out. It's good. Yeah, there it is, actually. 18. So that is one that I think you could potentially take short. Potentially. think in my case, well, for me, it's too close to my time period. But let's say that it wasn't too close to my time period. Would I take a short here? I think I would say no. Because there's still way too much on the bid. Like all this right here. That's insane. You only got this one over here at 19. And 19 is the single print. So they may yet want to go through that. Because the way that it works is here was the position from the last move. This guy has been profitable. They push it all the way back. If the person that took it short here, or the group of traders that took it short at 19 originally and created that original strong move down, still believe in the trade, they're going to stop it right here, and they're going to take it again. So if I'm a buyer and my goal is going to be to get it to go through here, because if I can get it to go through here for a tick, then that says, technically speaking, that there's a good chance that we'll be able to make it up to the next level too. But there's always profit taking here. Almost always. If you're scalping, I would, and you happened to be long, you would almost have to take 19 half. Close will be interesting today. So who wants to earn something? Wait for the close. I'm gonna go drink coffee. All right, well, I'm gonna go here in just a second. So thank you for your input today. That was crazy. That thing though. Remember I said like when it gets a little crazy and you get stop runs like that, you can take it short. Well, you could have done it right here at 18 half and you would have at least 2 ticks. Now, when those happen, that doesn't mean that it's done. That's just almost always leads to a pullback. 3K pull at 17 half. Oh yeah, there was an 8K there, wasn't there? Can you see this order at 19? Probably the biggest one that we've had on the offer yet today. So, and look at this cluster here in the E-mini. I don't know, because we're on the rollover day in the E-mini, it's hard to know. It's hard to read too much into that. But, I mean, those are usually good reversals. Or at least temporary pullbacks. I see it now, like coming down. Yeah. All things said, though, even though I did kind of say, oh, it's probably going to get dramatic, what happened there at 18.5, I think qualifies, but I've seen much stronger and more dramatic runs like that on weaker moves, weaker trends. So that could still just be a pullback. There is still enough room. Well, let's look. I'm going to pull. If we look in ZN, yeah, okay. So when you look at ZN, tonight indicators, volume profile column, I need to get rid of that. Where is it? Okay. Okay, so you see right here, single print. For those of you that don't know what a single print is, it's a spot that on the 30-minute profile only got touched once. Okay. So 122.19. Hold on, it's like loading the data still. Because I reset that. Okay. Here you go. So here on this day, there was this spot right here at 19. It only traded that once. That's the single print, right? If they get through the single print, then you are likely to trade into an around 22.5. Beyond that, like, who knows? Because now you're talking about like no man's land. Oh, actually, there's 125.5. Maybe. So when you get a stop run like that, you at least get a pullback. It can lead to a complete reversal. If it does lead to a complete reversal, you will tend to see these flip. All of a sudden, these will be weaker, these will be stronger, and you're going to see this go the other way. You're going to see red on the DOM. So see, they're maybe about to do it. Then maybe you could straight up short it. And then the E-mini could come back. But again, in the E-mini, I have to come all the way back to this thing. And in the E-mini, I mean, I see no reason why they shouldn't go back down to 2600. So, yeah. Of course, if they were to go back down there, that I think that you would see new highs in the treasuries, which would be, I don't know if that's justified. But could be wrong. All right. I've yapped too much. I need to go. Good day overall, I guess. 4 ticks on one contract is good. Could have been better, but tomorrow's another day, and I'm sure that we will continue to be. In fact, we have some news tomorrow, don't we? Yes, sir. We got non-farms, so tomorrow should be a good day. Non-farms. In the meantime, stay profitable, friends.